duck. Yeah, ing. Yeah, bird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be right back. Don't you go dying on me. Nice set of hooters you got there.
I beg your pardon?
The owls. We got no food. We got no jobs. Our pets' heads are falling off. Kick his ass, Seabass. Where are we gonna go? I'll tell you where. Someplace warm. A place where the beer flows like wine. Where beautiful women instinctively flock like the salmon of Capistrano. I'm talking about a little place called Aspen. I don't know, Lloyd. The French are assholes. Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Good evening. Welcome to this week's edition of the WayBack Movies Podcast, a show where we review the best and not so best of 80s and 90s cinema, because really, fuck the 2000s. My name is Steve, and with me on this crazy journey,
Justin.
Doctor.
Doctor.
And we're back with probably the dumbest of movies from his repertoire. Had to do it.
It really was.
It really, yeah.
Pun aside,
Yeah.
it really is.
Yeah.
If there's any movie that I would not agree, because I like this movie too, but
Yeah.
would agree with the critics to go, what is this absolute buffoonery?
Yeah.
It would be this movie.
Honestly, I'd done the notes so long ago, I don't remember what the critics said, so we'll get to that later. But yeah, I got to assume it's just like, wow, this is stupid. And it's like, yeah, that's the point. It's almost like one of those things where if they're like, wow, this movie was dumb, you're like, yeah, and what's your point?
I mean, it's called Dumb and Dumber, so I'm pretty sure the Farrelly brothers know.
I think they knew what they were doing, but, you know, you never know. I mean, it's their first outing, so you never know how it goes necessarily. But, yeah, so, as we said, we're covering Dumb and Dumber from December 16th, 1994. The last of Jim Carrey's, like, crazy-ass trilogy of 1994, where he basically became the biggest fucking movie star on the planet in the span of a handful of months.
Did that ever happen again?
I can't even think of it happening ever.
When it came to comedy.
When did it happen ever? Aside from Jim Carrey in 1 year where somebody became the biggest movie star on the planet from being a relative nobody.
I mean, that's the thing. I guess there's been people who've already established who just had a big year.
Yeah,
Will Smith had years where he just did a whole bunch, but he was already established.
Exactly. Like, the only one I could think of is maybe Leonardo DiCaprio after fucking Titanic, but even then, like, he didn't become the biggest movie star on the planet. He just became a movie star, you know what I mean?
So my guess, so that's the thing. So like Eddie Murphy, 99, like there's been comedians with big years with a bunch of movies, but they were all already established.
Yeah.
This guy was
relatively unknown. He was a TV guy.
A guy from television.
Yeah. And then became the biggest movie star on the planet.
At one point, was making the most money out of anyone, which is just insane.
I mean, you know, bit of a spoiler. Next week's movie, he got the biggest salary anyone had ever gotten to play in a movie.
And that's the one that shit the bed.
In theory, but we'll get to that next week. But before we get there, let's go this week for Dumb and Dumber in 1994. WayBack Machine's acting up on me, of course it always does. Weirdly ended abruptly. So here we are. It's 1994. You know.
We're just skipping around 94 at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, I'm 12. I did, in fact, go see this movie in theater. I remember very clearly. I remember very much the ending of the movie. More so what happened when I came out of the theater. I'll remember this because we all were just like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? So
well, because you're a teenage boy.
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't. No. It wasn't. What happened is this was a grown ass man, by the way, who was doing this. So we came out of the movie, and if you remember the end of the film, right, is, you know, beautiful ladies, the guys fuck it up. When we're leaving, it's me and 3 other people, and we're leaving the theater, and this dude is going off. Like, I can't believe how stupid they are. Oh my god. And then we all go to the bathroom, dude's in there saying the same fucking shit. We're leaving the theater. I swear to God, it had to be 15 minutes later, and this dude is still going, I can't believe how stupid these guys were. What are they doing? Why didn't they go? I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, calm down. Like, it is a movie.
I keep my goddamn right arm to be an oil boy.
It really fucking was kind of like that.
Okay,
It was kind of
sir.
fucking crazy. I will always remember that dude because
Jesus.
like, he did not let it go. Like, the fact that they didn't get on that bus, like, basically ruined his life.
And I thought the rage of nerds leaving the last Star Wars movie was
this was like, oh, I swear to God, if there was a Twitter back then, this dude would have been fucking firing off hashtags like you read about.
Jim Carrey, Jeff. You guys are a bunch of fucking morons.
God damn it, I'd give my left nut to get on that bus, you fucking idiots. And blah, blah, blah.
Dear crazy man. That was a fictional film.
Yes, it was written that way. And
my name's not actually Lloyd Christmas.
Yes.
His name is not Harry Dunn.
Maybe you should have known by the fact that when the bus pulls up, the bikini team is still in bikinis. Apparently, they don't wear anything else on this tour. Like, you know, there's a couple things that happen in this, aside from the fact that clearly you're just watching a motion picture. But to prove that this is not reality.
Yeah.
But this guy could not get over it, and I will remember that till the end of my days. So, like we said, Dumb and Dumber, December 16th, 1994. Directed by Peter Farrelly. Written, what?
Because I don't know, because I kind of just go Wikipedia skip around while I'm watching these movies. And I looked up the Farrelly brothers, because I'm like, I want to introduce myself to their filmography.
Sure.
This guy won an Oscar last year.
What? For what?
For Green Book.
Wait. Peter Farrelly, what, directed Green Book?
Yep.
I mean, Mazel Tov, I guess?
Director
I don't know.
Peter Farrelly, Green Book.
I mean,
the director of
Do
You
Fair.
Want to Hear the Most Annoying Sound in the World?
Well, he didn't write that. To be fair, though, the movie is shot insanely well for a first-time director.
Yeah.
You know? But
it's always the Farrelly brothers. There's always Peter directing and his
Bob,
brother
is
producing.
a writer.
A writer?
Writer.
Okay.
He's a producer now, but he wasn't then. Because this is written by Peter and Bob Farrelly and Bennett Yellen, produced by Charles B. Wessler, Brad Crevoy, and
So
Steve
he did
Stadler.
write Do You Want to Hear the Most Annoying Sound in the World?
He did not.
Oh, okay.
Jim Carrey did that.
Okay.
And if you watch the scene, and I always knew this, because if you watch the scene, as he starts going, ah, Jeff Daniels fucking loses it. If you look, he's gone. And that was
the other
completely...
actor has to be like...
Yeah, that's why they cut to Jim Carrey after that, because both of them are fucking clearly laughing. So, yeah, that was made up on the spot.
But yeah, just funny that you go from this to...
Yeah, eventually, I mean, to be fair,
24
almost 30 years later.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, 25
so
years.
it takes some time, but you might win an Oscar. You hear that, Kevin Smith?
That's
I don't know.
not gonna happen.
No, it's not. Well, Lifetime Achievement?
No.
He just got his fucking hands in the fucking...
You pay $10,000, you can get your hands in the fucking cement.
No, I think that one you actually have to be nominated for that one.
No.
The star you have to pay for. That one I think
hands?
you actually have to be nominated for that one. I don't know. I don't work there. Production companies, Kache Motion Picture Company, Crevoy Stabler, and Wesser Productions. Good for them. I don't know. A lot of these production companies really seem like they're made up for the production. You know what I mean? It's like, we're literally going to put all of the names of the producers together and it's a production company. Like,
movie production.
Movie studio.
This isn't a tax cheat at all.
Not even a little. And distributed by New Line Cinema again. Box office of $247.3 million against a budget of $17 million. This movie made some fucking bank.
Great googly moogly.
There's
a reason, again, like the last week, I'll say this, there's a reason why he became the $20 million man.
Yeah. And this film basically cemented it.
Yeah.
So the cast, of course, Jim Carrey plays Lloyd Christmas, Jeff Daniels is Harry Dunn, Lauren Holly is Mary Swanson, Karen Duffy is J.P. Shea, Mike Starr is Joe Mentalino, Charles Rocket is Nicholas Andre, Terry Garr is Helen Swanson, Cam Neely is Seabass, Victoria Rowell is Athletic Beauty / FBI agent, Harlan Williams is the motorcycle police officer, Fenton Perry is Detective Dale, and Brady Bloom is Billy. Very small cast in this flick.
Oh, Jesus, Billy.
Pretty bird. Pretty bird. I think I might literally, whilst doing this, I may end up raising my rating I gave on this movie.
Oh, I might too.
With the success of... Oh, yeah, but... Sorry. I'm literally lost in the movie already. As we have been doing since it's Jim Carrey January, are going to cover some more about Mr. Carrey himself. So,
Carrey facts.
Mm-hmm. With the success of Ace Ventura: The Mask and today's movie, all being released in 1994, Jim Carrey became the most in-demand actor in Hollywood within a year. I don't know if this is true, but I really desperately want it to be true. While Tupac Shakur was in prison, Jim used to send him letters to make him laugh because he was his favorite actor. That is the best story I've ever heard.
I need that.
I need that to be true.
In my deepest part of me, I need that to be true.
I found this on more than one website. So it is entirely possible.
I'd like the image of him in his jail cell, just laughing his fool head off at the random crap Jim Carrey is sending him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one of the best things in the world to me. So I need that to be true. Jim believes in and advocates for the so-called law of attraction. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey on February 17th, 1997, he revealed that as a struggling actor, he would use visualization techniques to get work. He also stated that he wrote a $10 million check given him for, quote-unquote, acting services rendered. Placed the check in his wallet, and 7 years later received a $10 million check for his role in Dumb and Dumber.
Did Jim Carrey invent The Secret before The Secret was invented?
I think The Secret already existed by then, but...
Because that's basic,
yes.
that's literally
But that's basically what it is. Yeah, The Secret stole from the laws of attraction, or,
Yeah, fair.
Because that's why that is a ridiculous thing of, like, The Secret going, well, here's the reason. Like, yeah, that's been a thing forever.
We know.
Yet we can somehow charge
you come up now with your vision boards or whatever, but like, yeah, that was a thing.
That was always a thing. That's always just a thing people do.
If you think you can do it.
Yeah, it's a motivation technique. But, there's a fucking bazillion-dollar industry in the self-help books. Which
Tony Robbins hungry.
I always found hilarious. It was like, if you're buying the book, it's not really self-help now, is it? But, that's just me. When Dumb and Dumber went to the top of the U.S. box office, it gave Carrey the distinction of being the first actor to have 3 films go straight to number 1 in 1 year. I'm still not sure when that happened to anyone else. Well, maybe The Rock, to be fair.
Again,
Eddie
Murphy in 99.
Did they go all, 3 flicks go to number 1 in 99?
You keep talking. Yeah. I'm gonna...
The next year, Jim starred in a sequel to Ace Ventura, someday, and played the villain, the Riddler, in Joel Schumacher's Batman Forever. We've already covered that. Check it out in our backlog. Both films, the critics were lukewarm at best on, but he was praised for his performances, as he should be. He's good in Ace Ventura 2.
He's the best part.
The movie is not.
No.
Someday we'll get there, but I can already tell you it's not going to be a favorable review. I can only remember one part of that movie, and it's the only part I ever thought was funny. Also, that year, Jim divorced his wife of 7 years, Melissa Walmer, who he'd met when she was a waitress at the Comedy Store, a club he used to perform at. They have a daughter named Jane Carrey. Jane, I should say, Carrey.
Oh, sorry. No, it was a mix of 98, 99. Because Mulan, I thought it was Dr. Dolittle came in 99. It came in 98. Like, Mulan and Dr. Dolittle came in 98. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't think Life went to number 1, did it?
No. I'm one of the few people who like Life.
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe a Will Smith or something. I don't know.
Probably. I'm sure it's happened since, especially now with, actors doing multiple roles per year. But, back then it was a little bit odd.
Yeah.
In 1996, he married Lauren Holly, his co-star in this movie. They divorced less than a year later. This would start a trend of Jim Carrey dating his leading actresses. That's kind of a thing he did frequently. But I would say sometime we'll get there, but I don't think we will. I don't think he dated another actress that ended up in the 90s.
Not in the 90s.
No. Did it a lot in the 2000s, if that helps.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, production of this film. The Farrelly brothers had been trying for years to get their first movie made, and it was only when director Peter Farrelly's agent encouraged him to make a movie himself, along with his brother Bobby. The first script written by them was for a movie called Dust to Dust that told the story of 2 idiot friends who worked at a funeral parlor. The brothers used it to get their foot in the door for meetings in Hollywood, and eventually the Dust to Dust script was bought but never made into a movie. The script went through a few name changes as it made its rounds because it kept... this script, sorry. I wrote it wrong. I apologize. This script went through a few name changes as it made its rounds because it kept being rejected based solely on the title. Because no studio wanted to make a movie called Dumb and Dumber.